Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Perspective. My name is Rohit Vats, and in this episode of The Perspective, I will explain the importance of the new road built by the Border Road Organization to connect Daulat Beg Oldi Sector with the rest of Ladakh. Not only that, I will also show other measures taken by the BRO to reduce risk and improve connectivity with the DBO sector. But before we deep dive into the subject, let me first put the Ladakh sector in perspective so that you understand what is what on the satellite image. Let me start with various lines that you see on the map in front of you. First, you have the yellow line running along the extreme periphery. This is the Indian claim line or international border of Ladakh with China and Pakistan in this sector. Then you have the broad alignment of the Chinese claim line in eastern Ladakh. The blue line is AGPL or actual ground position line. It runs along the Saltoro Ridge, which is mostly dominated by the Indian Army. Siachen Glacier is to the east of this, while Pakistanis are to its west. The red line to north of AGPL is the alignment of Pakistan and China boundary, which they agreed upon in 1963. The Sakshkam Valley falls between this red line and the yellow line further north. To south of AGPL is the LOC between India and Pakistan in the Western Ladakh sector. And here are important physical landmarks to give you an idea about what is where in the Ladakh sector. To the east, we have the Aksai Chin, Lingzitang Plains, Daulat Beg Oldi, Karakoram Pass, and the Depsang Plains. The famous Pengongso Lake lies towards southeast. In the center, we have Leh, the capital of Ladakh, and towards its north, we have the Siachen Glacier and the Sakshkam Valley. To the west, we have the Baltistan area with Skardu at its capital. In this section, I will highlight key geographical features which, along with the alignment of the Chinese claim line, impact the road connectivity between the DBO sector and rest of Ladakh. This is the Daulat Beg Oldi or DBO, and this is Leh. Between Leh and DBO, you first have the 18,000 feet high Ladakh range and then the 25,000 feet high Saser Mustaq and Remo Mustaq sub-ranges of the Karakoram range, followed by the Shyok River, Nubra River and finally the Chipchap River. Considering the aforementioned geographical challenges, let's see the current alignment of Leh to DBO Road or DSDBO Road that is more commonly known as. In front of you is the alignment of the 255 km long Darbuk Shyok DBO Road. A road already existed from Leh till Darbuk, and from Darbuk it has been extended to the DBO post. The road starts from Leh and crosses the Ladakh range via 17,590 feet high Changla Pass. It then descends to Darbuk village. From here, the road passes through a narrow gorge and reaches the Shyok village in the Shyok River valley. At Shyok, the road crosses over to the other side. For its entire alignment along the Shyok River, the road runs along the left bank of the Shyok River. En route, we first come across the confluence of the Changchenmo River with the Shyok River, followed by confluence of Galwan River with Shyok River. The road continues upstream along the Shyok River till a point from where it crosses over to the right bank and enters a gorge which leads to Murgo. Next landmark after Murgo is the Bursay camp. The Y junction from where Indian patrols go towards patrol point 10 and patrol point 13 and which was blocked by the Chinese is about 7 km east of the Bursay camp. In 2013, the Chinese had actually camped a mere 1.5 km from the Bursay camp. From Bursay camp, road moves towards Qizil Langar. From Qizil Langar, the road crosses the 17,630 feet high Depsang Pass and enters the Depsang Plains. From Depsang the road heads almost straight to actual DBO post. It crosses the Chipchap River en route. The Chipchap River continues to flow towards west and meets Shyok River at a place called Gapshan. While the DSDBO road provides the much required road connectivity with the DBO sector, there are certain risks associated with its alignment. Next, we will see these risk factors and the measures taken by BRO to address them. There are three major risk zones when it comes to the current alignment of the DSDBO road. First one is when it is on Depsang plains and moves towards DBO. Second is when it enters the gorge at Murgo and moves towards Depsang plains. And third one is when the road moves close to the Chinese claim line near the Galwan River and Shyok River confluence. Let us look at the risk in this zone and the measures taken by BRO to address this risk. This is risk zone 1. DSDBO road on the Depsang plain runs close to the Chinese claim lines. Any movement happening on this road will be easily visible to the Chinese observers. There is also a great risk of the Chinese being able to physically interdict the road and cut off the connectivity to DBO from rest of the sector. To address this risk, BRO has created an additional alignment of DSDBO road which provides the much required depth to the road on the Depsang plains. This new road bifurcates at Qizil Langar and then moves along the western extremity of the Depsang plains in a broad semicircular arc and connects with DBO post from the rear side. This new alignment gives an additional depth of 10 to 20 kilometers to the road from the Chinese claim line. Now let's come to the second risk zone which extends from Murgo to Qizil Langar. As the DSDBO road moves forward from Murgo, it passes through a narrow gorge which is located in proximity to the Chinese claim line. If the Chinese are able to occupy any of the three choke points in this region, that is Qizil Langar, Burse Camp or Murgo, connectivity with Depsang Plains and DBO will be lost. To address this critical vulnerability, BRO is working on extending the road northwards from where it enters the Murgo Gorge. The road first reaches Saser Brangsa and from here it continues to move north along the alignment of the Shyok River and towards the confluence of Shyok River with Chipchap River. Before the confluence, the road is expected to turn east and join the new Depsang road and connect with DBO. There are three major benefits of this new road. First, it ensures that even in case of Murgo Gorge following into the Chinese hands and movement through it becoming untenable, there will be a surface link available with DBO and Depsang plains. Second is that this road is at a depth of more than 25 kilometers from the Chinese claim line in this sector. The third benefit is that this road has a massive 18,000 feet high mountain range towards its immediate east. This means that for most of its length, movement along this critical stretch of the road will not be visible to the Chinese observers on their side. Further, these mountains will also provide cover against artillery fire. They give the much required depth and protection to the last stretch of connectivity with Depsang Plains and the DBO. Now let's come to the third risk zone, which falls in the proximity of the confluence of Galwan River with Shyok River and where the DSDBO road runs very close to the Chinese claim line. In the Galwan region, the DSDBO road is under 5 kilometers from the Chinese claim line as it runs along the mountain ridges to the east of the road. One of the main reasons we pushed the Chinese back in the Galwan River is because had we permitted them to extend their claim, the DSDBO road would have come within their direct observation. To address this concern and to give depth to road connectivity with DBO, BRO is developing a new road which will connect Leh with DBO via Sasoma, Saserla, Saser Brangsa, and then either through the DSDBO alignment or the new Murgo bypass road. Let us look at the alignment of this road in detail. This road starts from Leh, crosses the Khardungla Pass, and then descends towards the Shyok River. After traveling west, it turns north along the alignment of the Nubra River. After having traveled further 35 km upstream on the road to Siachen Base Camp, we reach Sasoma. From here, the road turns east and ascends the Karakoram range. From Sasoma, the road ascends to Saserla. The Saserla Pass is about 50 km from Sasoma and is located at an altitude of 17,753 feet. After crossing the Saserla Pass, the road descends towards the Shyok River and then reaches Saser Brangsa, located on its west bank. From Saser Brangsa, the road crosses over the Shyok River towards the eastern side and enters a gorge which takes it first towards Chongtash and then Murgo. At Murgo, this road meets the DSDBO road coming from south along the Shyok River. From here, there is a common road towards DBO and the Karakoram Pass. So, the road can either take the traditional alignment or the road can go north along the new Murgo bypass road along the Shyok River and connect with DBO through the new Depsang road. This new road alignment gives depth to our connectivity with DBO sector and removes the risk of interdiction by the Chinese, as is the case with current alignment of DSDBO road. Apart from that, with an average elevation of more than 18,000 feet, the Karakoram mountains form a sort of physical shield as well as provide safety against artillery or missile attack from the Chinese side. To conclude, in the end, we can conclude that not only has India built connectivity between DBO sector and the rest of Ladakh, it has also taken measures to mitigate some risks associated with the current alignment of the DSDBO road. We first started with the DSDBO road and then made a better in-depth alignment on the Depsang plains to protect against the Chinese interdiction and observation in this sector. After this, we introduced the Murgo Gorge bypass to give more depth and protection to the last leg of connectivity with the DBO sector. And finally, we created a completely new road to provide redundancy to the existing DSDBO road. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more such in-depth analysis. Thank you.